Jimmy. And smoke on loud. I got perfect attendance.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I am going to be talking about when to call it quits when you're in a relationship. Now, before we get in this video, I want to go ahead and tell you guys that I'm congested. And that my bronchitis is acting up. And my sinus is acting up. So I might sneeze in this video, I might cough in this video, but just know I am okay. And you guys might see me drink on orange juice, because orange juice is basically the only thing that makes me feel good. Now, you guys might see my background. It's a tad bit different. Most of you guys are probably used to seeing the green and dirty brownish orange, banner, whatever. I'm in the middle of remodeling, as you guys can see. No, I probably won't do a tour for you guys because I'm not done, and I'm not sure if I will ever be done. But just to let you guys know, I am getting into the business of trying to flip houses. So before I do that, I'm going to try to remodel this house and see if it's the business for me. But anyways, with that out the way, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to see more videos like this, I won't know unless you comment it below. Also, I am starting to put out more videos. As you guys know, I do have a whiteboard that I am doing, and I'm going to try to not mess it up for one. And this is basically like how I do my videos and all of that stuff, and what videos I have coming up. And it took me a minute to actually find ways to come up with the videos I want to do and when I want to do them. So I decided to just get a whiteboard and write down my thoughts and all of that stuff. So today you guys are going to hear me talk about when it's time to let your relationship go. And I also have one coming out, when to let your marriage go. And majority of people is going to say the same thing that you do in a relationship is the same thing you do in a marriage. And I disagree. I'm going to tell you guys why I disagree with that is because I feel like when you married to somebody, that means I'm here to stay. I'm here to work it out. I'm not going anywhere. But when you're in a relationship, I feel like that's a trial and error process. Because, okay, it's okay. You here for a time. So, yeah. That's the way I feel. Like, you do things, it don't work out. So, you try to do something else and it don't work out. Just trying to tweak it. Now, you might find that person that you truly love, but it's not, sometimes it's just not the right time for you guys to be together. And things happen, and then blase, okay? But basically, I feel like these are going to help you to understand if the relationship you are in is the relationship you need to stay in. Now, I'm all for the long-lasting relationships. I'm all for let's be happy together. I'm all for long-term, you ain't going nowhere type deal. But yeah, you have to be honest with yourself and say, is you the one? Can you be the one? For one, if the person you're with or not willing is or are not willing to communicate, to tell you what's the problem, to let you know, like, look, this is what I want in this relationship, or if that person is just not there ever to communicate. If you feel single in a relationship, more than likely you are single. Is they consistent negative about things. Sometimes you want to go walking in the park and say, well, I don't want to. Or if you try to make a relationship work and they just doing everything in their power not for the relationship to work, then maybe that's not the person you need to be with. If you feel in your heart that the relationship you have is unhealthy, if you guys are both using each other as rebounds, that's not the relationship you need to be in. Now, I'm not the one to judge, because when I was in a relationship with someone, I did use them as a rebound. And I honestly felt like they was using me as a rebound, because they'll always say something about their ex. And I feel like if you're not completely over that person, then why try to make someone feel like you are over your ex and you're ready to make things work with them? Now, I can't say that I was mad at that person for what they was doing, because honestly, I was doing it. I was always saying, my ex used to do this, that's why I'm not with her. Or, we couldn't do this, and you act just like my ex. Like, sometimes people get tired of hearing that. And honestly, I feel like I'm in a relationship where, if they always want to talk about your ex, why? Now I feel like I'm not the type to talk about my past. And sometimes that can heal you, or sometimes that can hurt your relationship that you in. Sometimes you could be like in an argument and you just shut down because there's something your ex used to do and you don't like it, so you like, I'm just shutting down because nobody understands how I feel. But honestly, that person you are with don't know how you feel, because you never express what you do or don't like. And you never express at the beginning of a relationship, this is what my ex did, this is what I don't want you to do. So yeah. But at the same time, when you sit a person down and they are willing to change, then maybe that's the relationship. But if they're not, they don't give two fucks about changing, then maybe that's not the person you need right now. If you're in a bad place in your relationship and that person is not willing to help you fix the relationship, I want to say, then let them go. And I feel like anybody that's not willing to change, anybody who is not willing to get help from an outside source, then why stay with them? Especially, why should you stay so long to the fact that y'all get to the point to where y'all want to marry each other, but they don't want to get the outside help? Sometimes you need a person on the outside looking in so they can be non-biased. Because I feel like if you go out and get a family member to talk to, they're going to be on your side. If he or she go out and get a family member from their side of the family to talk to you guys, then they basically going to be with your side and with your spouse. So it's best to find an outside source that will help both of you guys come together and understand each side of the story. Now me, I am all for counseling. I'm not for someone who's in your immediate family or in your family period that thinks they can get into your relationship and change it the way they want to. For instance, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend who always run to their parents when they are in a tough situation, but they're in a relationship with you, then sometimes you have to think back, like, is that the relationship I want? Because I feel like if you guys are having issues, run to the person you got the issue with first. If you guys never see face to face, or you guys never be on the same page, then run to a collective source, a source that you guys both feel like would be non-biased. And if you don't know what non-biased means, a person who won't take sides. Because if you get a counselor, they don't know you guys until you sit down and tell them the issue or the problem, and let them know, like, we need help with this. And sometimes a counselor could tell you more about yourself than you sat there in there and told them. And sometimes a counselor can just sit back, listen to what you say, and you the person that comes up with the solution. And I feel like if that don't work, and if you with somebody that's never satisfied, a person that's never happy, a person that's never grateful about what you have did, or about you, period, then don't be with them. And I feel like, for definitely, if a person you are with make a lot of promises, I won't do this again, I promise. I'll do this, I promise. We can go on the next date, I promise. If those promises go unfulfilled, then let that person go. I don't care if you're in a friendship. And if you can't keep a promise to me, that means I don't need to be with you. Because I feel like the people who are in your life will do anything and everything in their powers to make you happy. Now, I'm not saying be at your every beck and call. But if you make a promise to me, I'm going to hold you against your promise. And say, hey, you promised me this, now it's time to pay up. Okay, that's the way I'm talking. If you feel like one day you just wake up and you want to make this relationship work, but the person you are with don't give two fucks if the relationship works or not, that's not the person for you. Now, and I'm not saying that that you should just break up with somebody because they don't know how to handle the situation. What I'm saying is, if you feel like you the only one that's trying to make the relationship work, then maybe, because it takes two. You can't be in a relationship by yourself. Well, you can. But at some point in time, you want that significant other. Now, if you find that significant other, and that significant other is not trying to make a relationship work with you, then maybe that significant other is not for you. Okay? Now, I know majority of you guys try your best to make things work, and hopefully everything will fall in place for you guys. But don't force somebody to be with you. If you see, look, I'm the only one, you could tell them about once, I don't see your effort in this relationship, so why should I stay? And stick to it. Ask them why you shouldn't stay, why you should stay, because they're not putting in any effort. And don't force yourself to be with somebody that don't want to be with you, because that's you wasting your time. They're not really wasting their time, because you never know what a person is doing. And I always tell myself, people are going to tell you what they want you to know. And keep away the things you should know about them. And that's the way I always was. You tell me what you want me to know, and I soon will figure out what you don't want me to know. And when I figure out what you don't want me to know, sometimes 9 out of 10, it's something bad that I'm not going to put up with. And then I have to let you go. Now, I don't feel bad about letting you go, because I feel like when I get to know you and I feel like it's something you should have told me at the beginning, then I didn't do nothing. You did. You get what I'm saying? And you just can't forgive everybody for everything they do. And honestly, I think I got a forgiveness video coming out. I hope you guys watch that video, because that video tells a lot about forgiveness, and plus it always tell you how to forgive somebody. But I guess I want to go back on some of those words and say sometimes the people you forgive is the people who done you wrong, and then sometimes you have a defender who always does it, a repeat offender. Now, what I want to tell you guys is, you don't have to be forced to forgive anybody. And I feel like when a person do you wrong, they quick to say, do you forgive me? And then if you say no, they claim they so heartbroken. Like, bro, you shouldn't have did it in the first place. But then you sit back and you think about stuff like, if I forgive her or him now, is it something they'll do down the line? Is it something I could keep putting up with? If it's not, let them go, okay? Because I feel like your pain, your sadness, you not being happy at all is not worth having somebody in your life who's not trying to put in the effort to make you happy. And like I said, if you feel like you have found someone who loves keeping secrets, let them go. Okay? Because I feel like if you're keeping the secret from simple stuff, what are the big things you're keeping the secret for? Like, what's the big things I need to know that you're not telling me? And the biggest thing of all that I mentioned before, if you always feeling single in a relationship, I don't care if it's a happy relationship or sad relationship, if you get in the point in time in that relationship you start to feel single, then I feel like 9 times out of 10 you are single. Because I feel like, I don't care what relationship you in, you should never feel like you are by yourself. It shouldn't be you against the world by yourself if you're in a relationship. And I always feel like when I'm in a relationship with somebody, and the relationship is going to be something that's going to be long term, and if I ever get to the point to where I feel like I'm single in that relationship, I'll tell that person. Now, I'm not going to say I tell that person all the time, because I feel like you should know when you slacked off yourself. And I feel like sometimes when people don't mention what I slacked off, I did this, I did that, and sometimes they don't care. But when I feel like I'm single in a relationship, now I feel like it's my obligation to tell you I feel single. You either fix it. If you don't fix the way I feel, then I have to let you go. And that's just the way it is. Let me know if you guys have any more questions about what I think about when it's time to quit a relationship. If you guys want to know any more details about that, let me know in the comment section below. If it is morning for you guys, I hope you guys have a great day, a great morning. But if it's the weekend like it is for me, you guys stay safe, stay out of trouble. Yeah, and I'll see you guys back here Monday. Peace, guys.